AITA for refusing to remove my daughter's door lock until my wife's brother moves out. About 8 months ago, my wife's brother, Daniel, went through a messy divorce and ended up losing his apartment. My wife felt bad for him, so we agreed to let him move in temporarily. A few weeks later, his two daughters, Mia and Harper, both 17, also moved in with us. My wife and I have one daughter, Lily, who's 15. She's always been a pretty private kid. She's polite with her cousins, but they were never especially close growing up. Almost immediately after they moved in, Lily started complaining about her cousins going into her room without asking. At first, it was small stuff, borrowing hoodies, taking hair products, using her charger. Lily told me she didn't like it, so I talked to Daniel and the girls about respecting her space. Nothing changed. It actually got worse. Lily started noticing things missing. Her headphones, jewelry, even her school tablet once. Most of the time, the items would magically reappear in her cousin's room later. When I brought it up again, my wife brushed it off, saying, "They're teenage girls. This is normal. They're just sharing." But Lily didn't see it as sharing because nobody ever asked her. The breaking point happened last month. Lily had saved up her allowance and birthday money to buy an expensive eyeshadow palette she really wanted. She was proud of it and kept it on her desk. She came home from school one day and found it completely destroyed. Several colors had been mixed together, and the palette looked like someone had scraped across it with a brush. Lily was devastated. She was sitting on her bed crying when I got home. She told me Harper had taken it without asking. When I brought it up, Daniel said it wasn't a big deal and that makeup is meant to be used. My wife said Harper would apologize and that should be the end of it. But then Lily told me something that really upset me. She had started taking her more valuable things to her friend's house because she didn't feel her belongings were safe at home. That's when I decided to install a lock on her bedroom door. Daniel noticed it immediately and wasn't happy. He said putting a lock on Lily's door made it look like his daughters couldn't be trusted. He insisted they weren't thieves and said girls that age naturally borrow each other's things. He also said Lily shouldn't even be buying expensive makeup at her age and that she could have gotten something cheaper if she was worried about it getting damaged. He even suggested that my wife should talk to Lily about trying to act older than she is. That didn't sit well with me. My wife also got upset and told me I was making things uncomfortable in the house and embarrassing Daniel's daughters. She said I should treat them like my own kids and remove the lock so they could all bond. I told her I wasn't removing it. I said the lock stays until Daniel and his daughters move out. That's when things really blew up. My wife accused me of trying to push her brother out. I told her that wasn't my intention, but my daughter deserves to feel comfortable and secure in her own home. I also reminded her that we were the only ones in her family who offered Daniel a place to stay. Several other relatives declined. If anyone should be upset about Daniel needing a place, they should start there. Not with me protecting my daughter. Since then, the atmosphere at home has been tense. Daniel and the girls barely talk to me or Lily, and my wife is still upset, saying I've made things worse. But I still feel like I'm just trying to protect my daughter in her own home. So, AITA?